And we've got plenty of stuff. It's just that we've got a fraudulent system. There's, no shortage of housing out there. We can house every man, woman, and child in America, every homeless person in America, and still have 90% of the vacant available housing left over there. I've done this research on my own independently. I know these things. So I understand the scam. I understand that it's imperative that they maintain this perverted form of reverence through fear, through, look, you bow down, you do whatever, this is survival of the strongest. If you don't make the grade, then you're going to die out in the cold. That's it. That's the message from the system. It doesn't matter. Yes, I know. Yes, we've got plenty of housing. I mean, I've seen through the matrix. I know. My eyes are wide open, man. I've taken the red pill, and there's not an atom of blue pill left in me. I mean, I might be deceived in others, but this is one area, economics, is where I'm not deceived. I know my stuff. And I'm telling you that you don't want to blame labor for wanting an increase in pay. This is a perfect opportunity. It's a cost of living adjustment. You say, look, blame the causers of the cost of living going up. That's the debasement of your currency. When your money is worth less because they've manipulated markets, they're fixing prices. This is collusion. Whether collusion is done by individual or groups of individuals, special interest groups, forming one horrendous monopoly, you understand, it's all the same effect. Okay, it's not due to a supply shortage. You could have a supply superfluity, excess, and it doesn't matter. Okay, they can still raise your cost of living, and it's cruel and inhumane. It creates this miasma, this malaise, this sense of insecurity, of fear, and people that say, "Hey, but I'm doing good. I'm going along. I'm paying these exorbitant rents and mortgages. I can't worry about you now. You must be stupid or lazy. You get another skill, do something. It's your problem. You're causing my problems to increase. You understand? By you conforming, your conformation to this, whether your cost of living is burdensome from taxes, and a lot of people can understand that. A lot of conservatives out there understand that one. But do you understand that your cost of living can be burdensome from just your cost of living, just what it costs to pay your basic bills, the roof over your head, your food, your water, your clothing, your toiletries, your phone bill, your energy bills, your gasoline bills? Okay, does it really matter if if it's burdensome from a governmental source or a private source? The effect is all the same. It's misery. It's undue suffering on people that aren't lazy. I mean, people go on welfare, they drop out of the system. What's the message out there? We got this unemployment. Nobody needs you. Go die under a bridge or something. Whatever. Go on welfare, drop out of the system. Cloward and Piven strategy, right? This whole justification, this survival of the strongest. Oh well, Nobody goes to work with a bounce in their step feeling particularly needed, because they're deluding themselves if they do, because every one of us can be replaced at the drop of a hat. Whose position is so important that the world's not going to go on just about like it is without you? I mean, any one of us, that's the reality. So, we're all serving under this very tyrannical force, this entity, this invisible entity of oppression, of tyranny, of fear-based rulership. These cruel, illegitimate, ruthless overlord thugs at the top. A murderous gaggle of New World Order Illuminati that have inculcated, brainwashed, indoctrinated, mind-effed, propagandized the vast majority of people at large. And I see it clearly. I see how hard it is to reach anybody with the truth. It's like they get scared because I'm intense, because I'm serious. And, very few people, but I meet a few and I connect right away. They're ready for the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're ready to get every atom of the blue pill out of their throat and say, I'm ready. I'm ready, Lord. Come back, return, let your will be done on earth, because I know it's coming, and I want to be on your side. I want to be ready for it. I want to be prepared. I want to have cultivated what it's going to be like at that time. I want to really be ruthlessly honest and say, what role is money going to have in this world when Jesus is running it? Okay? That's what's going to happen, folks. That's what you need to be prepared for. So when I get in economic discussions, it's just my instinctual need to speak out and to be on record and to help others to grasp the truth and speak out in behalf of the poor. And this is who the gospel of Jesus Christ was. It was for the sick to understand. The poor are sick. Often they're looked down upon as if they've got some kind of moral deficiency. Okay, but this isn't true. This is not the way God sees it. Okay, don't ever blame the poor. It's not up to you to judge them. You don't know a darn thing about them. You might have a bad experience with a poor person. You put yourself in their shoes. You spend an extended period of time out in the cold, having been rejected when you go to seek help, and you get turned down, and you turn into what amounts to basically a wild animal. You've got to understand the mindset of these people, because God does. Remember, the poor have the most to look forward to at the return of Jesus. At the end of the age, when things turn around, there's not going to be any more poor people. There's going to be universal prosperity, and this is what we all need to get used to. You need to be ready for a world like that, when no one is beholden to you because you hold the chips, okay, because you've got the magic elixir, this thing that God detests. As it is written, those things highly valued among men are found detestable in the sight of God. We've all got to see things through the eyes of truth, through the eyes of real reality. Have a proper perspective. Get your paradigm straightened out, and that's a very individual, very personal business, because nobody can save your soul to put it in a safe place, to that place you want to go. Like Jesus so eloquently put it, store your treasures in heaven, where neither rust nor moth destroy, and thieves don't break in and steal. Prepare your mansion in his kingdom. Prepare your room in his mansion. Okay, these are all teachings Jesus gave us. And I can't think of better teachings to offer humanity. And that's all I really want to do. And I love that I can put my videos out for free and find other ways to make my bread. I love that, because to me, preaching is the highest calling possible for anybody. Just to share, what's really valuable. And again, it's invisible. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding is invisible. But it's palpable. And it's very real. It's very tangible, but it's not physically tangible. But it's real because it settles in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit and your soul. And you have this longing to go to a better world, to create a better world, and, to strive right here and now in this moment, because eternity begins right here and now. So fight the good fight. Speak out for truth and justice and all good things. Speak out for those same things that you want for you and your family. Speak out in behalf of the downtrodden, the disenfranchised, the disheartened. Care. Okay? If you're really God's disciple, Jesus' disciple, then you will follow his commandments that supersede all the others. All the other 12 are subjugated by the 2 new commandments Jesus gave. He said all those others will fall into place because God's grace extends to the heavens. He knows our hearts like we can't know our hearts. We need to turn to him for understanding of our own, carnal nature, those things that tear us away, that separate us from his mind. We need to turn to him for that understanding and lay ourselves at his feet, and, at his mercy and grace. Confess our need, that our need for God and our love for God go hand in hand, because he meets our need according to his riches and glory, that he loves us all very much, and that's the message. And that we need to go out and give that message to others. That, all the things that we really value, if they're right values, then we need to thank him for putting those in our hearts and revealing those, really important values, those really important treasures to us, and so that we can help reveal them to others and understand that they're safe with him. And he said that we should love him above all else. That's a rightful thing to do, for giving us the hope that we have to help be a part of creating a better world. We are his hands and feet, eyes and ears on the ground. And eternity is comprised of but a series of moments. That's all we have. And that we won't be content while our brothers and sisters, others around us, our fellow human beings, are suffering needlessly, unnecessarily, by the rulers of this world who are working for the spirit of Satan, that don't care about humanity. In fact, they're on record for saying they hate humanity, they want to depopulate the earth. We're a scourge on the earth, the useless eaters and feeders they'd like to get rid of. And that is contrary, absolutely enmity